Angelica stood at the top of the stairs, her mouth set in a tight-lipped grimace. Dull grey light filtered in from a large window behind her, as slivers of rain beat against the glass. Next to her, Agnes Day placed her hand on Angelica's elbow. "No," Angelica said in little more than a whisper. "I must do this." Agnes nodded, took a half-step back, and clasped her hands in front of her pale blue nurse's uniform. She gave Angelica the briefest smile of encouragement. "This is too soon," Kaz muttered, staring up at his sister. "And there are too many of us. It is bound to make her nervous. Step back, Billy." "Stop worrying, Pyotr," Angelica said. "I like the audience. If I fall, you will all cushion my landing." "Don't you dare talk of falling, dearie," Mrs. Rutledge said, shaking her finger. "Just come down so I can get myself back to work. Dinner won't cook itself, mind you." Mrs. Rutledge spoke her words sharply, but I saw a quiver in her lips as she finished. She was worried. We all were. "Very well," Angelica said, holding onto the banister with one hand as she stepped off on her good leg, leaving all her weight on her right leg, where her calf was swathed in bandages. She wavered for a second, and Agnes reached out but caught herself, allowing Angelica to navigate the steep staircase on her own, which was how she wanted it. "This is foolish, Baron," whispered Dr. John Bodkin from behind us. "There's no need." "Angelica feels she must do it," Kaz said, not looking back at the local MD, "which is need enough for me." Angelica brought her injured leg down to meet her good one. She let go of the banister and took a deep breath. 1 step down. 20 to go. She put her good foot on the next step, then brought down the other, her hand trailing on the polished wooden banister. It was a slow process, and I wondered if she might give up and retreat to her bedroom, where she'd been recovering from surgeries under the watchful eye of Agnes Day. Proper surgeries, the kind that healed wounds instead of inflicted them. Angelica was recovering from a Nazi concentration camp and brutal medical experiments, recovering from dangerous resistance activities with the Polish Home Army, recovering from the loss of her family.